to make sure my hat's on straight. Apparently my hat's never on straight. Straight?
Yeah. Well done, boys.
Well done,
Lovely.
boys. Brilliant. Great effort.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, before we actually get going, because we've got something a little bit special for you in this show, I just want to let everybody know this Sunday morning show is brought to you in association with Golfing Days. Couple of things that I want to say.
Yep.
They have got the TTT.
I'm excited for
the
this.
The Truest Test.
I'm excited for this.
See that? Truest Test.
Yeah.
Truest Test is a pro event, okay? And day one is a qualifying day, okay? So anyone can enter, okay? But it's qualifying top 16 or 32, depending on the amount of pros that enter,
Yep.
okay? If you then qualify for those top 16, 32, the next day, 3-hole shootout match play events.
Brilliant.
3 holes,
Yeah.
okay? The potential first prize, if depending on how many people come in, depending on how much they pay out, is £20,000.
Brilliant. Yeah. I was obviously speaking to the guys at Golfing Days, and they mentioned this, and I've got the breakdown of the prizes and what's going on, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be quick. There's a really good payout as well.
Yeah.
Any
I think second prize like 8-10 grand.
Any professional should be thinking of entering.
Yeah.
If you can get through the qualifying, anyone can win.
Yeah.
Over
So
3 holes, I mean.
What I would say is, if you know a pro or your head pro or whatever, just let them know about it as well and get them to get involved with it. Head down there. They've also got their Winter Series, which is 15 events just starting right now. Winter Series, Forest of Arden, they've got a number of events there, and then the Nottinghamshire. Yeah, they've got a number of events there. So that's open to amateurs and pros. So that should be good if you want to get involved in that. And they've got overseas pro-ams, which I am looking forward to going and playing in. So if you want to come and play in an overseas pro-am with me, let me know down in the comments, or just send me an email to dh@dhgolf.co.uk, and you might be able to join me on a pro-am. Looking for teams. So come and get involved. Well, today's a pretty special day as far as I'm concerned.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan. Happy birthday to you. But no, it's not.
Well, what a lovely
41.
little birthday shout out.
You're catching me up.
Shout out for myself. Which is why we made everybody dance. Because it's a special one. Okay. It's a special one because I'm going away as well. I'm leaving you on your own for another couple of weeks.
Brilliant.
Sort everything out.
Have a couple of weeks off, Lester, then just chill out. All right, Dan.
Yeah.
I've looked on the whiteboard. There's about 20 things I've got to do now.
There's a lot to do. But yeah, I'm going to be heading out of town for 2 weeks. I'm leaving everything in the capable hands of everybody in the office.
Hang on a minute. Who's in charge? I'm obviously in charge. As a percentage holder in the channel.
Well, I will let you all decide around the boardroom table who is taking control of the office.
I'm in charge.
Okay. So anything that goes wrong for the next 2 weeks,
I'm a very good delegator.
Falls nicely onto your shoulders. Are you happy with that?
Well, it normally does anyway. I get blamed for everything, and
do you?
Yeah, everything that goes wrong is my fault, and everything that goes right is your fault.
A lot of bitterness, isn't there? A lot of bitterness. Well, some exciting stuff going on the channel this week. Yeah. We had the ladder match.
Yeah, you versus Jordan.
Sweetwood Park Golf Club, Kent. Moving into East Sussex. Well, what can we say about the ladder match? I mean, you were there to see it all unfold.
I like it because it's got a sort of a competitive edge. It's a little bit different, isn't it? There's more talking about the shots we're hitting. There's a little bit more insight into it. It's competitive, like I said. It's what the channel needed. I think it's nice to see a little bit of competitive games put in there in a ladder, which is only 9 holes as well. I think 18 holes it would be too much, but nine is good. And I like the fact that it's stroke play. All 9 holes count, and it can change quickly. I know I've had a few people message me and said, "Oh, it should be match play," but over 9 holes, if you went 3 or 4 up, it's basically over, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we discussed that. We discussed that in quite a lot of detail as to what should it be? Should it be a match play event? Should it be a Stableford event? Should it be a medal event? And, you know, at the end of the day, I'd like to think that we're all decent enough golfers that we can get it around 9 holes in a medal score of some sort. And I think that it adds that extra touch to it. Like having a medal, it's never, as we quite rightly saw this week, okay? It's never over until it's over. Match play, you could be 6, 7 holes in and be done. Whereas, and to be fair, probably, I would have to go through the numbers of it, but there was a possibility that I could have beaten Jordan very close to 6th or 7th hole, let's say.
Yeah.
But because of the last few holes, he was able to bring it back and secure the half and keep himself at the top of the ladder.
Yeah, the other point someone made is that surely you and Jordan should be level at the ladder, but
no.
The way we did it, you have to actually beat the person who replaces him, and I think that's
again all of these things.
Stay. We have all considered
of these things have been discussed in detail around our massive boardroom table to decide how this ladder match kind of evolves and develops over time. But I've got to say, for Jordan to bring it back the way he brought it back in that, he wasn't on it. We both weren't particularly on our game. Certainly, he was not on his game in the first part. I lost the plot in the second part. So it was great to see him kind of stay in there and battle back, which is what you got to do. You've got to do that. Medal golf, you cannot just stop and give up on it. You've got to
wonder how many
it.
people thought that it was over after the first part.
Yeah.
And almost like, oh well, Dan's won, George's lost.
And if you look back at that round, I let go. In my mind, I feel like I let go of 2 birdies early on. So the par 5, when I 3-whacked it, and then I stuck it in nice and tight on the other par 4, and didn't.
Also, as well, that the hole with a small water hazard on the right hand side of the fairway, we had not played there before. I mean, we and Jordan had walked it and droned it before, but we didn't know where that water hazard was really, and like you said, it's either a driver over the top or a 4-iron short, and you hit a club which went straight in there.
Got that wrong.
So if you'd have actually known it, you probably would have saved yourself at least 1 shot, I think, just on that one particular hole. But I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? I mean,
that is exactly what it's all about. But what it has highlighted to me as well, though, is that, and I this week have been for a golf lesson, which has been great, and it's been filmed. And
that'll be on the channel soon, won't
that
it?
will be coming up on the channel probably in a week or so's time.
Yeah.
I got a lot of mental game to try and sort out. I think technically I know where I've got to be able to put the club and how to get it into that position, but it is so hard to do it.
Yeah.
And you'll see from when we played our vlog as well this week, and obviously what what I've been doing myself in the studio or on the practice ground. It's just really hard in a golf competition or on the golf course to be able to put that club in the position that I've just not been for forever, really. So
change takes time.
And Jordan's been going through it for quite a while now. He's been doing a lot with James Urquhart over at Torquay, and it's starting to really. I love it. I love the fact that it's starting to really come through. And even when he's under a bit of pressure, you see that old shot wanting to come back in, and that is the game. That's where. I mean, I always remember Paul used to tell me this all the time. Was, you don't go for a lesson and then expect it to just happen in a golf competition. It takes so much time to ingrain it and then trust it when you're under the gun or in a lot of wind or whatever it is you're trying to do. You can start falling back into your old habits, which we all do.
Yeah, 100%.
A few things that I want to clear up. A few things.
My cup's empty. So I'm just going to go and fill my cup up. That's all right.
All right. You want to be out of here for this?
No, I'm just coming back. I'll be back.
Okay. That is not what I expected to be arriving.
Oh, sorry. Just just having
back.
Just another cup.
Well, why? Let's focus on you and your victory,
okay.
Bernie. You've been on victory lane, haven't you? Look at you polishing your cup.
So I managed to bring this home. So this will make you feel old, Dan.
I'm not on there.
No, you're not on there. Paul is, from 1997.
He had a good year in 97. He was a club champion in 97.
Which is quite funny, isn't it? So he's on there in 1997, but I've actually won it in 4 decades. So I won it in 1999, 2001, 2011, and then 2022. Does that make you feel old?
No. It should make you feel old, though.
But yeah,
wow.
I won on the 21st on Sunday.
So what is that trophy?
So that's the Potts Chatto trophy. It's presented by Dennis Potts.
Yeah.
It's been going since 1920, I think, 1923.
Wow, love the old
Which is great. No, 1921. And it's for the it's basically anyone below 14 handicap match play. Oh,
What's that one?
Oh, not another one.
What is going on here?
Oh, I won this one as well, Dan.
What, on the same day?
No, I won this one the week before.
Oh, the week before?
So I've had 2 good weeks in the last 2 years. This one's the Battery Bowl. So I won this with Ashley Miller. He wanted to mention this. I don't really want to bring this one on, but Ashley Miller.
Why would you not want it? Look at it. It's beautiful.
It's nice, isn't it? Nice bit of glass.
Absolutely stunning.
So that was won with me, Ashley, and Kelvin. Kelvin's head greenkeeper. Ashley's head assistant.
Okay.
So there's that one as well. But I'm going to put that on the floor. No, let's not, because that is glassware.
Is it quite heavy? What?
Back onto your news. That's enough about me.
That is we can just carry on.
No,
that was
we can't.
Wonderful. Absolutely. Nice to see a smile back on your face, Bernie, when it comes to golf.
Yeah.
You know. Brilliant, and I'm looking forward to the vlog that we've just filmed this week as well.
Which was good, wasn't it?
And Hydro, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Which we'll come back to that.
Okay, we're going to come back to that one?
Because there's a couple of things that I want to just clear up, because we get lots of comments about how the channel's going, who's on the channel, who works for us, who doesn't work for us, and you know, some of these are very personal things when it comes to what we have on the channel and who's working behind the scenes. And as much as we want to highlight who is involved in things, sometimes it can be, you know, it's still a business. Let's start with Lee Whitaker Golf. Okay. LWG. If you haven't checked out the channel, make sure you go and check it out, because we're going in a new direction. So Lee's got more involved. Lee has always been involved with this channel, okay, from the beginning. He was the one that
he was the catalyst, wasn't he?
He's the one that pushed me.
Yeah.
He's the one that pushed me off the edge.
I wish you'd push you a bit harder.
Do you think so? But he's the one that sort of, I knew nothing about YouTube. He's the one that kind of gave me the ideas of what we could do with the channel and how we could push it forward, and that's where the change came, moving away from Mark Crossfield into our own thing. Okay, so that's where that kind of all started. So that's the history behind it. Lee has always been a part of the channel. He's been a part in the background he's always been there in the background for me.
Bit of advice, and
always talking about, you know, advice for the channel.
He's edited the odd video, hasn't he? When we've been struggling, he's always stepped in.
Absolutely,
bit of an all-rounder.
Absolute all-rounder, which is exactly what we've needed here.
100%.
To help take the editing away from what I do, to allow you to get out and film more and create more content. Because there are times, which you've seen over the last 2 weeks, where we fall behind. We fall behind. I get caught up with editing, or I get off and do something else, and I'm not able to edit or film.
If you imagine most videos that you see on a daily occurrence basically take a full day, if not slightly longer, to edit and get out. So Jordan's tied up with any of the course vlogs and a few little
ladder
bits.
Matches and things,
for you to do a video, we've got to film it, which can sometimes take a day, or travelling to location even longer, and then you've got to edit it on top of that. So
it takes time.
Yeah.
With Lee's channel, though, what he's going to be doing is a little bit more, obviously his own journey with the PGA and what he's doing on that will still be involved in that, but he's going to get down and dirty with what goes on behind the scenes with what we all get up to. So he might
fly on the wall sort of
fly on the wall stuff. Absolutely right. So first video's come out already. I really liked it. There's things in it that we've all talked about and we would possibly move around and change and things. But for the first one out of the block, he's never really done that type of style of vlogging.
No, it's a bit. What's the word? It's unpolished, isn't it? Is that the word?
But that's what
which is what you want, isn't it? It's a bit sort of all over the place, and that works really well. I really liked it.
So that is what you're going to see. So make sure you go and check out Lee's channel, and you'll see that first video. And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, which is great. And I've wanted to do that for some time now.
Yeah.
Wilbur. So Wilbur has gone off in his own direction. Okay, so when we finished at Torquay, you won't have seen much of Wilbur. He stepped away from the PGA side of things. Okay, he stepped away from golf, and he has gone off and done his own thing. Okay, so he will now be. He's not involved. He's not been involved in the channel for some time, and he's doing his own thing. We've not fallen out. He's just gone off and done his own thing. He's getting back into his golf. He's starting up his PGA again, which is fantastic, and I want him to get that finished and get that done. But he has decided to do his own thing, which is absolutely fine and completely up to him with what he wants to do. So you will see Wilbur at some point within YouTube or within social media, but not necessarily with us. Moving on, James Pickard. James Pickard came in to be the business manager here at the channel. It was on a probationary period just to get him involved and see what he could do with it. It's tough at the moment. Creating business, creating any sort of contacts with people is one of the hardest things right now. With everything going on financially, it's not an easy task.
I think it's tough in the fact that a lot of the companies want to deal personally with you.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
So it's hard to generate new business on behalf of a channel, but not charity. On behalf of the channel, and it was a tricky task because we're not quite the level that we need to be at, or we feel that we can get to potentially. So it was a tricky job, wasn't it?
It's a hard job. Hard job. So James has now gone back into his recruitment world. He's gone back into that world, which is fantastic. He's got himself a new position, which is great. Again, long term, there might be opportunities if he gets more time and things like that for him to come back onto the channel and still play in the odd vlog. But in the foreseeable future, right this moment in time, he is doing his own thing as well. I will also say that brother Paul is also, he's got a new baby on the way. Okay, so he's taking a step back from the channel. You won't see much of Paul moving forward. He's still going to be involved with my stat shows. He's still going to be doing a bit of that. But Paul just wants to take a bit of a time out from it all, assess what's kind of going on, time away from the family and things like that, and work is hard with this channel, so he is going to be taking a step back as well. How that pans out, we're not sure yet, but we're still chatting about what happens with that. So there you go, clean that up. There'll be lots of people that'll be upset about all of what we've just said there, because there's a lot there. Characters and people love watching them, but ultimately decisions, choices have to be made by them and what we do as well, and that's where we're at right now. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, we've been down Lanhydrock this week, and we're introducing another character as well, aren't we?
Christopher Gill was there.
Yeah,
and you also introduced a new character as well, didn't you, Bernie?
I did, yeah. So one of my friends, Josh, started working. He's a member of Churston, but he's turned pro and started working in the shop a few months ago. So he works. Dan's obviously got a connection with the shop, and he's starting his PJ journey. And we were one short, and we thought, why not? Let's get Josh involved. So,
yeah.
Josh played with us at Lanhydrock, played some lovely golf actually.
Yeah, and when he first came on, I was kind of looking at him thinking, how do I, what do we do with him? I wanted to bring him onto the channel at some point when he's ready. And like Lester said, we had the opportunity. We were a little bit short, and he stepped in, and I think you're going to like Josh. You're going to like Josh.
There's nothing not to like about him.
No, I think he's a good character. He's got a great golf game. And be good to see what his journey kind of ends up like.
And Gilly was back, which was brilliant. He's been busy, hasn't he? He's had a lot on.
Always a pleasure for Christopher to be on the channel. And I know that Chris wants to come up and do something with you when I'm away. So hopefully that will all unfold and that will have an opportunity to do that. I know also that he wants to come onto the Sunday show with you and be co-presenter. Where are you sitting him? Where are you putting him? Are you sitting him there where you are and you're shifting here, or are you bringing him over here? So it's whether you want him to dominate you. Because who takes control of the show?
We get on quite well considering we're quite outgoing, extrovert, and don't we? We get on all right.
You get on very well. Get on very well. Yeah. Patreon.
Yep.
We have got our live show. Next live show is going to be on Monday, the 31st of October at 7 p.m. When I get back from my trip away. So that should be good.
Looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the first one, to be fair.
Yeah. What have we actually got to give away on this one? Do we know? Oh, I know what we're giving away. We are giving away.
Your own question.
Yeah. So we're giving away. So in the live draw for the live show, we're going to be giving away a golf trolley.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
So Gulfstream, we've got a Gulfstream Express trolley. We're going to be giving away a golf trolley.
Brilliant.
So that's going to be the winning prize for this particular one. So and you never know. I might chuck something else.
You did last time, yeah.
I've always got something, something up my sleeve.
Not today, you haven't.
No, not
got no sleeves.
Got no sleeves, Bernie. So as it is Sunday and it is my birthday, actually I haven't obviously said that earlier. We filmed this ahead of schedule. Do you know where I'm going to be today?
You tell me where you're going to be today.
You'll like it.
Will I?
Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh, that's my favourite place in America.
How good is Typhoon Lagoon?
It's so good, yeah. What a water
memory.
park. I love it. Yeah.
Think of it now when you're sat here or you're watching, sipping on your coffee, watching us chat.
The lazy river.
I will be on a lazy river, winging round the park.
Oh, brilliant. I haven't been there since like 1995.
Probably just trying to get away from the kids.
Yeah. Just drifting away from them.
Drifting off. Daddy!
Gone.
But this week on the channel, we've got another ladder match.
Yep.
Which is going to be... Oh, are we going to say who it should be?
Are we allowed to say?
No, let's not. Let's just say that there's a ladder match coming, okay?
Okay.
And
Bottom of the ladder, so I'm on it.
Bottom of the ladder, so you're on it. So there is a bottom of the ladder match going on. Even though we did say that it would be 2 new people coming on, we decided to just let's just keep it going. Bernie was happy to keep playing and
losing, keep playing and losing.
Yeah, so we've got a ladder match coming up. I've got my lesson coming up in this week as well. Yeah. We've got a little bit of on the golf course with Stephen Tiley, and
the final subs versus
versus bus tour as well. Of course, it's a packed week.
It's a good week, isn't it?
It's a packed week. Well, Bernie, I am going to go.
You need to go.
Well, I need to go and get my Speedos back on and get back on the lazy river. Anything else you want to say?
No. Have a good holiday.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Congratulations once again for your trophies.
Thanks, Dan. I don't like to go on about it.
Delight. I like to make sure they're nice and polished and clean in the office.
Okay, I'll better clean that.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you all again next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.